Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of Adventures in Craft. I'm Kim, your host. You can find me on Ravelry as Chasing Acorns, on Instagram as chasing_acorns, and on Etsy as chasingacorns.etsy.com. So I want to say welcome back to my returning viewers, and thank you to my new viewers for taking time out of your day and to spend it with me. Wow, that was really long-winded. I'm very sorry. Um, Anyways, let's get into it. I really don't have show notes this week. Only I just didn't take the time out to write them, so things might seem a little jumbled, and I apologize for that in advance. But I wanted to get something out to you guys because I know it's on like 4 weeks now, and I'm like, okay, I should really sit down and do a podcast. Got some finished object and lots of news to tell you. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right into it. Like I said, I don't have any show notes, so I'm a little jumbled, and I apologize. But let's start with sewing. As you can see, I have a finished object. Last week I was talking to you guys about making. Oh shoot, I forgot the pattern name. Hold on one second. See, this is what happens when you're not prepared. It was the McCall's M6802, and I did style A, but I left out the ties because I don't really like it cinched around my waist. It just makes my butt look too big. Anyways, let me show you what it looks like. I'm just going to stand up really quick. So it shrunk a little bit more than I expected in the dryer. It was longer, but I still like it. I like how it looks, and I think I might add like one button right up here, so it's like more like a capelet look. I don't know. What do you guys think? So yeah, let's talk about it a little bit more. So I have a serger. So all of my seams are serged. It was a really easy pattern. It was only these two front pieces, the back piece, and the hood. So in total, 4 pieces sewn together, which was really, really super fast and super simple, easy to follow directions, and I would definitely recommend it if you are a newbie sewer and want to try something that looks really nice. So yeah, give it a try. Alright, so for my next sewing project, I want your guys' opinion because I'm kind of torn on what to do. So if you guys remember, I showed you this fabric last episode. It's a jersey knit fabric. It's kind of thin, but I think if I layer like a t-shirt underneath it, it'll be fine. Can you see that? It's very thin, see? But I want to either make this McCall's 6359, this version, see it, the little, or the Simplicity pattern, which is 1463, this version. And I'm going to show you guys the lace that I got, and you guys help me decide because I'm kind of torn right now. So I really like this lace with it. I'm thinking for this one, or this lace. The light's kind of blowing it out. Can you see it a little bit better? There we go. This lace for this one, where it's just very subtle in the back, and it'll be just peek over the shoulders, So let me know what you guys think about that. Help me decide. I don't know. I have enough fabric that I might be able to do like one in each, and so maybe, who knows, maybe it'll come to that, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, so okay, so that was sewing. I think I said knitting before. I didn't mean knitting, I meant sewing. But let's talk about knitting now. Okay, so in my large snapback still. I am still working on my hat. The pattern is by Sarah Buehler. It's the Wayward hat. And if you guys notice, I'm not where I was. No, because I had finished the hat, but somehow I decreased one set here and one set here. So when I got to the crown decreases, it looked very wonky. And I was like, I can't live with that. I have to rip it out. So you guys, I had to rip this whole thing out and like start over again. And I'm being very careful this time to make sure that I count the sets and then I have the right number of sets so that when I get to the crown decreases again, it's gonna work and it's gonna look nice. And I think I changed my mind about doing the slouchy version, but the more I think about it, I have the yarn. I should just use as much of it as I can because I just love those pops, little pops of gold. The light is really blowing it out, but it's gonna look so nice when it's done. So, but I'm really sad that I had to start all over again. So, in the same bag, because we went to Northern Lamb and Wool this weekend, and I'll talk more about that in Chatter Thread. So I just stuck everything in one bag so I could have all my projects together. And my bag is large enough that I can do that. Let's see. I also am still working on my Doodler. Like I said, I'm very slow knitter, and when I'm not working on solely one project, it takes me a long time to complete things. I'm still on the last wedge. After this wedge, I start clue 2, which is that really nice cabled edging, and then clue 3, which is the border around the wing edging. So it's gonna grow quite quickly once the edge border starts. But this is in this is in Plucky Primo Fingering. The gray is called Jack of All Trades, and the green is called Fiona. And then I've got this really pretty purple. See? Oops, sorry. Candy, sorry. I got this really pretty purple for the fan scalloped edging, and I can't wait to see how that starts pulling together. And you know what? I'm cutting it really close on the last wedge. This is all the yarn that I have left, and I've still got like, I don't know, like 10 rows to do. I'm really going to be playing yarn chicken. I might just have to finish it off with some of the Fiona green if I run too short. But yeah, that's my knitting this week. I know it's not very much. I seem to gain more yarn than I'll ever be able to knit in my lifetime. And we'll talk about that in acquisitions though. Yeah, so that was knitting. Let's see. What else do I have this week in crafting? I actually did some yarn dyeing finally. I do dye yarn on a regular basis. Mostly I do self-striping and just lots of variegateds, but this week I tried my hand at speckling. And if you if you're following me on Instagram, you'd already seen this, but I'm going to show it here. Look how pretty. The light is really, oh my god, the light is horrible tonight. Then again, it is nighttime and I have like a desk lamp on and the overlight on, so let me just open this up because I don't know if you can see on this one, but this one didn't get much of oh, there it is. There's that. That's what I'm looking for. The green little speckles. I love it. My friend Jana of Ice Melon Stash, she commented on the photo and she said, "Be careful, it's really addicting," and she's totally right. It's it's really addicting. I just had so much fun like dyeing it and choosing what colors were gonna be speckled, and I think that it's definitely a process that's gonna be added to my little forte of yarn dyeing, besides the self striping and stuff. But there's that one. And then I also did this. I was trying to go for like a gray base yarn with like rainbow dyed speckles. But I don't think I had enough acid in my dyes because it didn't strike quite quickly, or quick enough. So it started to bleed, you see. So like instead of getting like this really nice gray with like these really bright speckles, it just started, the yarn started turning like green in areas, and like you can see here more, it's like yellow, it's not really speckly at all. But if you can see that, you can see like the red bled into the purple area. So excuse me, instead of having like purple little speckled in this area, it's more like pink with like purple polka dots. But I still really like how it turned out, and I think I might knit something for myself out of it, and just keep it. So that is yarn dyeing. Let's see. Oh, Craftsy was having a sale, a $20 sale, and I just love Craftsy so much. They just like opens up a whole new world of like crafting for everyone, and it's easy to access, and the tutorials are really easy to understand. So anyways, ooh, look at that blue. You see that? God, that just doesn't do it justice, but it's really nice. Where was I? Yeah, I don't have a good train of thought when I don't have any notes to follow. Oh, Craftsy. Yeah, so anyways, I bought a couple classes on Craftsy. One was the How to Fit Solo, which I'm really excited to start because then I can start sewing more clothes that actually fit better. And the other was resin casting, which I've never done before, and I've always been interested in resin and like anything that you make a mold of and then you can make more of. I always found that very, very intriguing. So I'm very excited to start that, and I've already got my clay for it too. And I opened it, I was playing with it. But it's the Primo Accents by Sculpey, and it's the little bit firmer clay, but it's so, you guys, I don't know if you can see this, it's so sparkly. Can you see that? And it even though it's sparkly, it's just gonna be the base that you pour your cast over to make a mold, and then it's not even used after that, really. But I just was like, oh, I want some fun clay to play with, and I broke into it and I was like playing around with it to see what I can make. But as soon as I get more into that, I'm gonna video the whole process and show you guys so that you can maybe get interested in doing it too. Yeah, so okay, I think that's all of my crafting. Let's get into acquisitions. So I don't know if I mentioned, but I went to Northern Lamb and Wool this past weekend. I was vending there with my friend Emily of Fiber Addiction, and we share a booth. But while we're there, we always end up getting lots of goodies from people. Some of those goodies are one, and I won this. I don't know if you can see it, but it says, it's not a hobby. It's a post-apocalyptical life skill. I can't talk. But look how cool this is. It's like that vinyl, I want to say it's like maybe the circuit cut on the little circuit cricket, that's what it's called, cricket machine. and then applied. But I just thought, I'm like, I could not pick. She had so many good ones, and I was like, I think I want this one. So this is the Be Unique Etsy shop. She had a drawing for the giveaway if you shared her post, so that's what my prize was. And because I won this while I was there, I couldn't resist getting this one too. It says create, caffeinate, repeat, and then it's got a little yarn ball. I'm like, this is so cool. It's a little reusable coffee mug. I'm like, I'm always breaking or losing my coffee mugs, so this will be perfect for me. So, okay, so that's 2 things that I got there. And then the next thing I got from Spinner's End Farm, Lila, the daughter of Sherry, dyed this up, which is, Sherry is the owner of Spinner's End Farm. Look how pretty that is, though. I don't know, I must have been in a pink mood because the other yarn that I got is pink also. Yeah, I think that was just my tone for the weekend. So let's see, the next yarn that I got is this beauty by Ice Mountain Stash, Dana. And it is the 100% Superwash Merino. It's 425 yards, and the colorway is Oster. And I really want to make something so squishy out of this. It's so pretty. Big. I'm thinking I might make, she had this knit sample in her colorway Grello that I really love. It's called the Raina Shawl. And I'm thinking that maybe if I change the size needles that they use and cut the yarn in half, you know, like half the yardage, use half of it, I could knit a pretty decent Raina shawl out of it. Because I don't want it to be like super, super large, but I do want it to be like cozy. So that's that. And then from Mint Rain, I got this beautiful variegated. It's her Am I a Good Man? If you guys are Doctor Who fans, you will know this. Am I a Good Man? It's so pretty. And she's got like that speckled rainbow going on. I just love it. And at first, when I first saw this, I thought Rainbow Dash of My Little Pony. But once I read it, I fell even more in love with it. I was like, okay, I have to have that one. So, got that. And then, oh my god, I got so much stuff, it's kind of shameful. I got this beautiful, oh my god, you can't even see it because it's getting so blown out. But it's this wonderful, merino rainbow trilobal. I don't know, I'm very bad at pronunciation, but it's just so gorgeous. Emily of Fiber Addiction, this is her fiber, and it's just this gorgeous like cream fiber with like all this rainbow colored like Firestar in it. I think it's either Firestar or Angelina. I always get the two confused. I don't really know what the difference is between them, but if I can get that to focus in on it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to insert a clip of me spinning it so that you guys can see how beautiful. It's really soft too. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting another braid right now. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's just so pretty, you know? Okay, so my other acquisition was this mermaid bag. See, I buy, or not buy, but trade for bags that I don't make. This bag is by, I'm sorry, Carolyn, I don't know how to pronounce this, but I will just show you the card so that everyone else can pronounce it instead. It's ANOMA, Anomalous Mind. I think that's how you say it. The owner is Carolyn. She is a very sweet girl. I love her very much. But look at this wedge bag. It's so cute. I just love that fabric too. It says, "Be a mermaid in a sea of fish." Because who doesn't want to be a mermaid? It's got just a white lining, and the zipper is very nice. She did a very nice job sewing it. Like, I know how hard it is to sew zippered bags. That's why I don't really sew them a lot. So I really appreciate the craftsmanship that went into this, but can't wait to start using that too. So, and then my other thing I got was from Lazy Dog Fiber Art. I think that's right. I'll have to insert it down here because I can't quite remember, but it's just a notebook I thought was really super cute. I was like, oh, this would be good to keep show notes, show notes that I don't really write. And so, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think that's everything. I guess we'll go into chatter thread because, yeah, I don't have a show notes. So, yeah, let me just say that again. I don't have show notes. So, yeah, chatter thread. Okay, so, which is good because that helps me, for the upcoming couple weeks, because the next couple weeks are going to be super busy also. I can't believe how fast Rhinebeck is coming up. Of course, I don't have anything done for it, but I'm super excited to go. We do have our hotel already, and but little else is ready. And yeah, I'm a little scared that hopefully it goes smoothly. But it's right after Rhinebeck we have Ann Arbor Fiber Expo. And then the 2 weeks after that, there is Knitting in the Mitten, which I'm also vending at, and I'm vending at Ann Arbor Fiber Expo too. But then the week after that, V of V Yarns and I have a trunk show at U2U Yarn Shop in Grand Blanc, Michigan. So there's a lot of prep that needs to be done in a short amount of time, and I'm kind of panicking just a little bit. I have a lot of fabric to order and a lot of bag linings to make, and I got like let me just show you my list of things to do. See? It's very long. Yeah. I've got to order more business cards. I've got to order the carabiners for the bags and more webbing, and I'm just pretty much out of supplies at the moment. I need to get my act together. Someone please help me. That's okay. We'll get it done. It'll all be done, and it'll all come together really nicely, and it'll be lots and lots of fun. So, yeah, let's get back to Rhinebeck. I'm very excited, like I said, and I'm super scared that nothing is in order for it. I am excited, and I said that already. Oh my god, I need to shut up. Let's see. What do I need to do? So I really want to meet everyone at the podcaster event, and I'm really afraid that I'm going to like fangirl out and not say anything to anyone. How bad would that be? Drive all that way, meet all these people in person, and not have a dang thing to say to them. Yeah, I'm kind of, yeah, it's gonna happen. Okay, so since I can't form sentences anymore, I think we are gonna cut it short there. Oh, no, wait, we can't cut it short because I have shop update to show you guys. So if you guys are not interested in the shop date, I will see you later, and thanks for spending time with me. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. Anyways, and have a good evening. But if you are gonna stick around for the shop update, let me get into it so then you can go. So I've got kind of a lot for the shop update. I've got the unicorn snap bag in a medium size, and then most of these are just going to be like one. So if you don't catch it now, you probably won't catch it for a while because I don't know when I'll get this fabric in again. I have one of the feathers in medium. I have the boxes in a medium. It's kind of a lot of stuff. I'm sorry if it's dragging on, but I just want to show you the prints really quick. This is the bicycle in a medium, and the Doctor Who fans, it's the TARDIS in the medium, and we got a space in the medium. Okay, and then a couple other prints. We'll just run them through really quick. These are medium bags. Okay, and then these are upcoming small bags. And I'm sorry, I don't want to hold you guys too long, but there's a ton of prints. Look at that, llamas! So cute. And then got the deer, the camping fabric, and more of the TARDIS in the small. And we got the bees. The bees. Let's see, and the deer. See, that wasn't too long. Alright, so that shop update will be happening Monday. So if you want to try and catch a bag, check out www.chasingacorns.etsy.com on Monday. The update probably isn't going to happen until 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, just so that more people can catch it. If you do happen to see that a bag sold that you really wanted, you can always contact me because I do custom orders, and then we can try and see if we can work something out. So, okay, alright you guys, I'm really gonna let you go now because it's like 12:30 in the morning and I have to work tomorrow. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful weekend, and we will hope to see you next time. Bye.